Okay. So, discount and tax. Your homework is going to be all. I'm going to start Alex the following week. So, not this week, but the next week. Okay. Okay. For the next 2 seconds. Yes. Okay, yes. Just like Miss Heather said, homework starts today. Alex will start next week. Okay, Gregory, I see that you don't have a notebook, so therefore you did not write anything down for your do now.
I did.
Where is it? That makes no sense for you to put it away. Yes, Juan.
Homework is all. And today you're learning
Discount and tax. Discount and tax together. So, do you remember what is your first step for discount?
No. Multiply.
Very good, thank you, Gregory. What is the second step for discount? No. Subtract. What's the first step for tax?
Multiply.
And the second step? Add. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. We could do 4 steps, or we can cut it down to 3 steps. Okay, so what do we want to buy today? Let's see. The cost of... Did I ever do an Xbox with you guys?
Yeah. Well, you did a PS5. You should do a gaming chair.
Okay, Xbox. The cost of an Xbox is 300. Okay. Since they're going to come out with the new one, they're going to have a discount of 20%, but we still have to pay taxes. So if you go to the store and you're like, yes, I'm getting a discount, Target, Walmart, Best Buy is still going to charge you a tax. So let's say we have an 8% tax. So we're going to save money. We're going to save 20%, but we still have to pay an 8% tax. An 8% tax. So before we move on into the math, the number one mistake we still see is we're not changing these properly. So what is 20% as a decimal? 0.2, 0.20, perfect. What's 8%?
0.08.
Right, and this one we do have to use. That 0, 100% we have to use. We don't have to use the one in front of it. We don't have to use this one in the back. But this one, because it's in the middle, we must use it. Okay, so what's our first step? Discount. So what do I do? Multiply what? 300 times 0.2. What's the shortcut? Instead of multiplying by 0.2, what would I multiply by? 0.8. 0.80. 0.8. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to save $60, okay? So I'm saving $60. Now what's my second step? Subtract. 300 minus 60. 240. Am I done? No. Because now we're going to still now add your tax. So now we're going to go into step, do you want to call it step 3 or do you want to call it step 1 again? Okay. 3. 3, which is otherwise known as step 1 in tax. So am I going to be taxed on 300 or am I going to be taxed on my new price? 240. Your new price. So your new price is now there. We're going to multiply it by what? 0.08. So this would be your tax, and this is your discount. So 0, 32, 3, 16, 19. just so you know. How many times you move it? 2. What does $19.20 represent? This is your tax. So if the question on the test says how much tax do you pay $19.20. All right, what's our last step? Add. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the page. Where is my decimal on 240? Behind, and then I'm gonna add 1920. So this is step 4 in your tax. You're going to add. So 4th step in tax, you're going to add because it's taxes. Your prices go up. So we have a total of 4 steps. So what is the final cost of my tax? So this is your total cost, your new price, your total. I don't know how do you want to phrase it.
So
Yes.
you do discount, right? And you get your new answer, and you do tax and discount.
On the new one. The only thing that I know of that you get taxed on the original cost, this one. The only thing that I know that they go back and use this is on cell phones. When you buy a cell phone, you know how like they'll be like, oh, we're gonna give you $500 off the new purchase of a phone, and you're like, yay, I'm saving so much money, woohoo! But they'll tax you on this. So that's why sometimes when you buy a phone, the tax is a ridiculous amount of money. A ridiculous amount of money. Like a lot. Okay. I know, right?
You can save $500, so you get taxed $500.
Yes. Okay, Miss Lamelli's super cool car.
A Lamborghini?
Totally.
A Lamborghini.
A mini.
Okay, let's say my super cool car is gonna cost $45,000.
A super cool car costs that much?
That's more than my house.
That's
Okay, let's say it's a discount. They're like, Miss Lamelli, great time for you to buy a new car. We're gonna give you
I've never had 20 in my life.
20. No, we already did 20. 15% off. You're like, yay! I'm gonna save 15% off.
Yes.
But then Uncle Sam says, Miss Lamelli. Well, that's what the government's called. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. I hate you, Uncle
All right,
Sam.
discount is 15%. They say, great, but you still have to pay a tax. Now, let's say I go to Santa Ana and buy a car in Santa Ana. It's 9.25. We'll just say 9%. So our tax is going to be 9%.
They tax you on cars?
They tax you on everything.
On everything. When you buy a house, you'll get taxed.
What about on food?
They tax you for
They
air?
tax me on my water bill?
No, I saw like a bottle of like air, and it's like they were selling it for like $20,
You know?
and they're like bottle of air.
All right. Okay, Gregory, we're going to refocus our attention, Benjamin. So 15%. How is 15% written as a decimal?
15%.
9%.
0.09.
All right. So this is the long way.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
45,000 times 0.15. Now, because there are two numbers, you're going to have to multiply and have two lines of answers. So first, we're going to multiply everything by 15. So, everything by 5. 0, 0, 0, 2. You should try multiplying on your own. This is where we practice and we go like, oh, I know how to multiply, or whoa, I don't know how to multiply. Let me get some help.
$6,000.
1, 2, 3, 5, 4. How many times do I move my decimal? 2. There's two numbers after the decimal, so I move it twice. So your discount, how much you're going to save, is $6,750, right? So that's great. I'm going to save $6,750. Fantastic. Yes. Cars are not cheap. So we take $45,000, and if we have a discount, we're going to subtract it. So we subtract because it's discount. So our second step is to subtract with borrowing. So your first test in the second semester will involve this. So we're going to have to make sure we know how to multiply, how to subtract with borrowing, and all those little things that could potentially make us have a little mistake. 0, 5, 2, 6, 8, 3. So our price went down to $38,250. Am I done? Nope. At the end of the day, you got to pay your taxes on it. So step 3 is now we're going to do the tax. Now, the only thing that I know of that gets taxed originally is on cell phones, and since this is not a cell phone, they will tax you on the $38,250 times 0.09. So 38,250 times 0.09. Can someone confirm that answer?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
So our tax is $3,442 with 50 cents. So, does a car stop, Gregory? You stop. So, do cars cost this? Yes. Okay. Our tax rate 9%. Yes. So, is it a true story that you could potentially, or someone could potentially just pay over $3,000 just in taxes for this purchase? Yes. Why what? Well, we talked. Well, I don't know how this class acted. Well, Ben and everybody, this isn't a very, very, very expensive car. This is not a very expensive car. This is probably a pretty good car, but you're not talking about a Tesla here or one of those really expensive cars. This is a pretty, it's a good car, but it's not the most expensive car you can get out there.
So let's say a car that costs like 500,000 costs like 7 million.
What?
That's what probably costs as much as something.
Yeah. And then if you want something on it, okay, let's finish up this problem if you haven't done so. Gregory, stop. What is your answer, Gregory?
I got 41,692 and 50 cents.
All right.
I said that really wrong.
Whoops. I got 41.
Yeah, that's what I got.
41.
I said 42.
I know, I thought so too. That's why I started writing it 2, but then I did the math.
I said 42. You said 41. I said 41, right? Yeah, you said 40. I said 40. Alright, then, get out.
So, am I still saving more than what the original price was?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm still feeling like, oh, okay, I still got a good deal. I'm still paying $41,000 instead of $45,000, right? So this discount covered some of your
What would it have been for how much you would have paid if you didn't get the discount with the tax?
so 45,000 times
Hold on, guys.
0.09, right?
Yeah.
I would pay $4,050 just in taxes. $4,050. So an extra $4,000 plus my original $45,000. $49,050.
Without the discount.
Well, that's without the discount. So when you buy a car, make sure you get a discount. Rule number 1. All right. So 4 steps, Gregory. Okay. Okay, Gregory. Let me stop talking. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get a worksheet. Tomorrow we're gonna do one side, and today we're doing the other side. Okay. So we're going to do today the side that says discount and tax.
Probably do it in pencil and not pen.
I didn't count.
Wait, are we doing the front side first?
I think we have extras.
Just pass it to the front. Okay.
The side that says discount and tax.
Oh.
Discounts and tax.
Discounts and tax.
All right. Eldon, please turn around. Darwin, do you need something? Okay, cool. Okay, so we are on the side that says discount and tax. Tomorrow we'll do the other side. Okay, number 1. A jacket is on sale at a department store for 30% off the regular price of $100. The sales tax is 9%. What is the final cost of the jacket? So you need 4 steps. Could you do it in 3? Yes. Your notes do not show 3 steps. Your notes show 4 steps. So, go ahead. So, it's exactly the same thing we just did. So, it tells you how much it costs. It tells you how much the discount is, and then the tax. So, you set up 4 steps. Yes, please. And yeah, so this semester assignments will be closing. Last semester I kept them open all semester, but not this semester. This semester they will close. They're not gonna close like tomorrow, but
I thought they did close before.
some of them do. Especially if I'm absent. If I'm absent, things close.
If you're done, raise your hand.
All right. It is published. It is published. Yeah, just the front side. I haven't touched the back side.
The backside of the I forgot.
But I went over the.
Check that one. That one's not right. That one is. That's correct. That's correct.
Wait, how'd you get 400? Bro, I saw $30 instead of 300.
If you start
Yeah.
early, so they can probably finish it in class.
Wait, so which one would you
Want to? Roasted toasted.
start? This one is 70, right?
So make sure you upload.
I love homework. Homework is so fun. It was 40% off of 50.
Check number 4. Everything else is correct. Okay, just check number 4.
50 times 4. Times 40. Wait, wow.
So
Zero. That's 0.
you add that. You have the right number. Well, let's you double check when you add on the other. Yeah. This one's right. Yeah. You subtract on the first set, but not on the second set.
Equals.
There you go. Make sure you upload before you take it away.
What's 50 minus 4? That's 30. 30 minus down.
Whenever you carry add.
Josh? tablet over the summer, so it didn't count. I had insurance on it,
I accidentally
so I
kicked
can't
my
go on
brother's
it.
wiffle ball into the street
Nope.
when cars were passing.
So I have to pay $100.
Wait, we took a picture.
No, I didn't even break it. My cat fell on it.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Do you know
sharing
if we
those
took a
pictures
picture?
ourselves now.
Huh?
Do you know if we uploaded?
Yeah, we did.
It says front and back.
Just step 1 and 2. Your head hurts.
Do not throw away this one because tomorrow we're gonna use the back.
Well, my brain's actually not ready.
It's just multiply
And
that.
then stress.
Upload, but don't throw away the back tomorrow, okay?
Why are you on tick?
This one's just the multiplication, right?
That one? Where is that?
Yeah. For the top percent, just multiply, yep.
That's your problem.
Not throw away this paper.
You know what? I'm gonna do this that way.
What about the back?
Is it 21?
Greg, just worry about yourself.
He doesn't understand it now.
So look at it. Okay, where's the new price? Why you hide it?
I'm hiding it? I have it on the side. Well, the first one's like covered.
What's her?
It's not 40. The rest of it's correct. It's not 40. It's 32 something else. This one is what you got, right? And then point for text. No. Because it's 7, not 8.
Oh no.
You're wearing a tutu?
Thank you.
Imagine you were signing your design.
Congratulations. That's all I have. But I can get more. Yep.
That's Miss O'Malley. Good morning. Good, how are you? I'm going to call you or email you.
Bye, Darwin.
Way.
Bye, Darwin.
Everybody say bye, Darwin.
No.
Yeah, we love you, Darwin.
Oh no.